What is depression? Most of us have gone through depression, that is for sure. I know I've experienced a level of depression in my own life. And it confuses people. What most people do is they say you're depressed because you aren't going out enough, or it's because you just don't have that job, or you're not in the right relationship, or whatever it is. We come up with tons of excuses. But what I'll put to you is that depression happens because of our denial of emotions. It's a choice that we make as a soul to not feel our emotions. And in particular, for depression, which is a numbing, we are avoiding our anger, our rage in life. We are frustrated with something, but we won't even allow ourselves to feel that. It's a helpless place. And there's a lot of reasons why we go into depression, especially women, which, by the way, women statistically go into higher amounts of depression than men do. And there's a real reason as to why. It's because for women, they're less society. It's less acceptable in society for them to get angry, which is why women are a lot more passive aggressive in their expression of anger. They hold it in, but they passively aggressively damage others. So I put to you that if you are in depression, please understand that you are just denying your anger. You have given up so much on your life that you've decided to numb yourself. And you do not want to take self-responsibility for the way that you feel. That is just the flat-out truth. And you recognize that. When you recognize that, you can begin the process of actually beginning to connect to some of your frustration and anger. But know that it is not because you don't have that job that you're depressed. It is not because you don't have a relationship or a significant other. I promise you that is not it. You are frustrated and angry about something in your life, circumstances in your life. And no one has taught you that you can take responsibility for it and heal it. So I'm here telling you that you can take responsibility for it and you can heal it. Experiment with it. That's all I ask. Don't just believe me. Connect. Realize the truth of your condition. Realize the truth about how you feel. Recognize depression as a choice that we are making to numb ourselves from our more painful emotions. And recognize that under the anger, which is always under anger, is another emotion that we do not want to feel at this point, but that we would need to in order to heal, to change our lives forever, permanently. Connecting to that causal emotion that's under the anger is going to be one of the most beneficial things that we could ever partake in. It's a fear, it's a grief, it's a moment in our life where we were not loved. And there's always pain associated to moments in our life when we were not loved. It's always going to have to do with the way that we grew up somewhere in our childhood, but it's our responsibility. So my suggestion is, instead of trying to go to the pills, to trying to make your life better in other ways, connect to some emotion, anger in particular. See what happens. If you notice that you feel a little bit better, feel a little bit less numb after that, there's your cue. That should help you build some faith that, there might be something to this emotional thing. Anyways, I just wanted to share that. It was on my mind right now. I just had a conversation with someone beautiful at a restaurant who said that they were going through something and that they just couldn't figure out why their life wasn't changing. And after talking, she realized that she's just numb. And so when I pointed out to the fact that We usually numb ourselves in order to avoid our anger and the pain under that anger. Next time I saw her, something shifted, you know, and that realization helped her connect to something. Anyways, try the experiments out for yourself. My name is Samir. I care. I love you guys. I appreciate you watching, if anyone is. Much love. Peace.